All right, YouTubers, now we are going to see how best we can fix this compatible side-by-side NDK that we are facing. So if I click on it, it says this particular is not found. So how do we do, how do we deal with that? So we go to tools, and then we come to SDK manager, and then under SDK manager we have Android SDK. Then we'll come to SDK tools, and then now we have NDK side by side, and then we are also going to install C Maker. Now these things allow you to be able to run C++ codes with Android Studio. So it's requesting for it, so in that sense we have to install them too as well. So we click on apply, and then we click on OK. So then we give it some time to install those packages, and then when it is done installing those packages, then I will be right back on this Learn at Home channel to continue with our tutorial. So YouTubers, it's actually going to take us a long time, and then look at the file size. The file size is 1 gig. So please, you can do that later on. For now there's no time, so I'll just cancel that off, and then later on I will install those things, and then we can work our way out. But for now, let me just cancel it off, and then we get back to our tutorial. So now the next thing we are supposed to do is what? To set our base URL, our app base URL, to link the back end to the Android Studio. So whatever you enter on the back end, then it appears on the Android Studio. So this is the back end I have here with me. This is the back end of Clement setup I have here with me. So we have the API here, and the settings we have the new API, and we have the old API settings here. So we're going to use the new API reset key to do that. So I'll just copy this, and then I'll go back to Android Studio. Then I'll locate my config file. So my config file, you narrow down, then look for config, and then under the config we have API server URL. So this is where we are supposed to enter the URL. So I'm going to replace the whole of this URL with what I've just copied. So right click and then paste. And the next thing we are supposed to do is to also change what? The API key. If you don't change the API key, the application will have problem communicating with the back end. So we are also supposed to copy the API key. So we go back to our admin panel, then double click on our API key, and then it copies. Then we go back to Android Studio and also replace these two as well. Now terms and conditions of the app. So you are supposed to have terms and conditions of the app. So for now I will just use this as an example for it. So I'll replace it with the whole of this for now, but you need to actually link it with a real terms and conditions page. So we end it with what? .html or whatever file you are creating. So that's up to you to decide. Now so we are done with setting up or configuring our base URL with our app. So we just clean the whole app, and then after cleaning the app, then you rebuild it again, and then when you don't have any errors, then know that voila, you are heading towards the right directions. If you have errors, then you try to cross-check to make sure that you fix those errors before you proceed with whatever is happening. So right now we don't have any errors, so we assume that our application is connected. And stay tuned with Learn at Home YouTube channel, and subscribe to their channel, and please hit on the notification bell so that you will not be missing videos from them, because there is going to be a long way with them on this YouTube channel. So stay tuned with us.